and then I do something stupid like now, okay, and I turned it. I left it on when I walked out. I walked out the door. Did something stupid. Now I know right now sound is messed up. I got my multi-stream up, and YouTube we are monitoring, not top chat. We want to monitor live. I do not know why they default to that. All. And it's in. Look at that. What are we doing? Nothing. Twitch requires additional permissions to send messages. Click here to grant those permissions. Authorize. Authorize. Holy crap, what have we done there? Hello. Sent via software. Let's see if I have it. Oh, look at that. Oh my. Okay. Now the question is, what can I right click on it? I don't have any controls over it though, so that's good but not better. Alright. So for those who are just about to join, because I doubt my notifications work worth a shit, simply because I did 3 lives without warning in a row, and so YouTube's like, screw this guy. Alright. But as part of this being the last live that I'm going to do this evening, and you can see right there, and probably here, actually no, if I stop speaking, I got a threshold on this mic somewhere. How do I have that? What the hell? Properties. I don't know, man. The monster cooler is running. It's like 3.5 feet from me here, so how you don't hear it running, I don't see it going up and down on the microphone there. We'll make sure that it never interferes. I know how to tune that. Alright, that's my old monster cooler howling because I got the cool limited edition. Ow! Monster cooler! Alright. Gotta love that thing. So you'll see this mostly on Chigger's feed. This is going to be, I'm giving this studio, not giving, but he's going to be using this studio more than I am. It depends on how much software and hardware we have to put in this space. I just ordered a green screen. That's a roll-up green screen. That so when we set these cameras up, because right now I don't like this camera space. Here we go. We move this camera space a little bit. But then you can see all kinds of stuff in here. I'm telling you, I got this looking neat over here. So hold on, let me take this up. Uh-oh. We're just confusing the hell out of this thing. Tell me what we're doing, Dawn. Alright, so there's monitors. I got no cables for those monitors. Am I holding it upside down? I'm holding it upside down. There we go. Wow, I wouldn't think that's upside down. That's not upside down. That looks right side up to me now. Holy crap, I touched something. Somehow I inverted the picture. Alright. Talk about doing stupid stuff for no good reason. Okay, and then over here, okay, you see us building another PC, and you can see us, I got chop saws and all kinds of bench work stuff over there, and everything's cluttered, man. But I got my toolboxes just scattered back here, a rack full of mining equipment here, back there, and there's the old studio. For those who don't remember, The cooler used to be where the picture on the left is, and you can never see it, but you could hear it in the original videos. And then I moved everything to the center of the room. You could see the cooler, which everybody thought was cool. So we brought it back. And now, guys, I'm going to do the desperately task of figuring out what the hell did I touch to make this thing go upside down, right? Oh, that's what I did. Look at that. It's like I didn't touch any software. How the hell did I make it go upside down? Oh, that dirty secret will never be on a YouTube video. It's an engineering problem. Okay. So we're not done. I did do, like, I got a thermal imaging device. You know, you ever seen it where it's like red, green, blue? It tells you what's hot in the room. I use it to find wiring that might be bad in the wall, is what I use it for. Can't see much. What can't you see there? Bot J? Is there some bot listening to what I'm saying that's acting like a viewer here? What's going on, man? Yeah. Man, I can't see much myself because the monitor that I have above these two monitors, it's an Uber monitor, right? But it's really far away. And the fact that it's an Uber monitor, it's actually better than the monitors I got on the desk. These Samsung 32-inch curves, the one up there is an $800 monitor. I used it for troubleshooting other people's PCs because it's what you would use for a concession sign. And camera was pointed at the ceiling. Well, I don't know how long it took the camera to catch up, man. It autofocuses, right? So it was jumping all around. Hold on. Right? We're giving a tour. So now I can see the screen, so I know I'm showing you. See that first countertop where I got a PC on it right now? Okay, I don't need to yell at you. You're not further away. My headset's still on my head. That first computer I got sitting there. Okay, that was actually the original filming computer. I had a 4K dive camera. That was when I used to dive out in the ocean. I had a 4K dive camera. Now I can't walk across the yard. So, and then I used that thing till the battery blew up in it, and it was no more good. And then this other one's just a regular workstation. You see my saw, and then I got all my toolboxes pushed back around the room around here because we don't have a place for everything yet. We got stuff like, there's my clapperboard. We were just working on that and the sound. If you were in the other video, you saw the sound. Right? And now, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So up there is a big 38-inch monitor over the 32-inch monitors. This is the new Uber machine. 128 gigs of RAM. It's got a little bitty NVIDIA 3090 in it. I have a 7900 XTS that's going to be in the other machine. I will do a tour in the other studio that's not more than 50 feet away from here. Then we got the monster cooler behind us. And that's not the good chair. Hold on. I don't know how he tricked me out of that. And with my pad and everything. Holy. So I got a GT gaming chair here. And this ain't even the good chair. We can thank Creep for me buying another chair. And I thought, I don't need another chair, but Creep's going to nag. Okay, where's the video? Creep's going to nag me into it. These pillows that they send, I ordered custom pillows. It's going to say GunMuse on my pillow. I'm not promoting somebody's damn chair just because I need my ass to not ache. The GT Racing wants to freaking promote chairs. You let me know, but I can tell you right now, GT Racing ain't my best chair. Not even close. The other white chair is kind of more comfortable than this, but the GT Racing chair has got pads on top of pads in it. All right, let me get the camera back up here where it belongs. All right, and who knows where it belongs? Normally, I've got little robot arms. Guys, believe it or not, that wore me out. That's why I haven't been shooting videos for a couple of years. My body has just decided that it doesn't care what it looks like on the outside. I look like a great big sumbitch that can still smack the crap out of somebody, but I feel like a 90-year-old man all the freaking time. So I can sit here and talk to you. I can use my brain, kinda. I forget stuff all the time, but I'm getting better with that. As long as I keep feeding my stuff. And the other guy, Chigger, his mom's my nurse. We just got the VA to extend this out to January for her. But I can promise you right now, the VA is trying to cancel that program. Just trying. If the VA wants to convert me over to the pay program that I should have had to begin with, they can fire her. I will pay her out of my own pocket. She's worth every penny. Okay. I am moving around more. We got the studio set up. Her son does all my lifting and heavy and bending over. I can't bend over and pick it. If something falls on the floor during this show, the odds of me picking it up are slim. That kind of thing. So, the Guns of Glory stuff. All right. I know I got big on Guns of Glory. And here's what I also know. I looked through the stats of me doing these little pop-up as I'm building the studio back out videos. I thought, I've seen people do it. Well, I never saw those people's stats. You fucking hate it. You can't stand these videos. And I know that. Okay? I'm aware that nobody gives a shit about these videos. Oh, man. Well, see, Bajay, you are on... Oh, you're on the YouTube. So I know nobody gives a damn about these videos, man. And I get why. It's like it's half a dozen of one, half a dozen of the other. Half a dozen's being, either it looks like I'm just gloating about the money I'm spending, or you give a shit how the damn cake's done. You just want some freaking cake. And that's true when it comes to the tools that I built over the years. Am I going to be able to build those tools again? I can tell you, as I started to decline before I lost my vision, I kept trying to hire software engineers. You guys may remember that I kept putting down, I need software engineers. I need somebody who can do the simplest of code and can follow directions. 4 years later, I have never found that person. The guy that I have helping me, I'm going to turn him into that person. So, you want to see what the how-to is going to be around here? How to take a freaking teenager and turn him into an adult in this world where he can make money, be effective, and have the nerve to look you in the face and say, it's $10,000 to do that, sir. Whoa, no, I can hire this thing on freaking, give me five, lend me five, or whatever whatever the app on the TV that's got a Chinese person telling you, this is how we do business today. We go tell China what we want, and China goes, hey, that's a great idea. They build it and then never get back to you. It becomes, I'm telling you, there was a whole bunch of stuff that I had submitted to those programs for you guys to have somebody build. And when I did it, places like Fun Plus and Tap for Fun, they went silent. They just stole the work and left. So I'm going to hire somebody. That somebody's going to be within slapping distance. You've heard me say that before. People outside slapping distance will tell you anything. Put them in slapping distance. And I got a good story about that. No kidding. You hear on the news about these Nicaraguan gangs. You should see the Nicaraguan gang that was outside my studio on bicycles in my shade tree. Just parked under my shade tree on my property. All of them, perfect hairdos. They all had that poofed up hairdo style. It looks a little more like a black than a South American person, but they all had the poofed up thing. All about the same age, all within a year of each other. All riding the same high dollar black bicycles. Little kids' bikes, because they were little kids. They were 12 years old, all of them. Words I can't say on YouTube shooting at me. But throwing those words out, I guess the other elderly people in the neighborhood, because I talked to the cops about, a little bit later about it, because I called them. I said, hey, get over here before I have to hurt a 12-year-old and hunt them down. You appreciate this stuff. Man, Botjay, I would tell you the secret to teaching a teenager when you know what you're doing is do not give in to the I don't knows. And get belligerent when you hear the word I can't. That 4-letter word pisses me off. We will have t-shirts that say fuck can't. And you guys will know what it means. You'll know what I mean by that. Fuck can't. There's no such thing as can't. You hear me getting hyper about it. I do not like that word. You can use all kinds of other words around me, but can't pisses me off. And I hear it from our politicians, especially ones that occupy White Houses. Say what you want about the Trumpster. A Trumpinator. We have a lot of the same friends. I wish I was more mobile and I had more money to go party and hang out with those guys like I used to. And I wish I had appreciated when I was around them back then. Because you guys remember the WWE thing from Guns of Glory. I called Terry. I called Hulk Hogan and said, man, are you guys about to sue me? What are you talking about, brother? You know, like, that ain't going to happen. And then Guns of Glory had to back off. Because what it really come down to was I was proving that Guns of Glory was faking the advertising they were selling to the WWE, is what came out of that. You guys want to know what happened? I can tell you what happened. I'm not under a non-disclosure agreement. China can't shut me the hell up. And I'm looking up. I walked around the room. That one monitor is so high, I see myself looking up. And if I'm looking right at you at the camera like I should be doing, you know what? This is a new camera for me, and I think it's a really good camera too. If I'm looking at the monitor, I think I'm looking at you now. I bought Chigger a new phone. He had like an S16. He had an A14. That's what he had. He had a Samsung A14. I went onto eBay and I told him, look, you got a $150 limit. Find the best Samsung S series. It's got to have an S in front of the name that you can find for $150. And he got an S20, which is a great phone for somebody who films in front of their face because there's a camera in the center of the screen. You don't lose eye contact. Anybody thinking about just doing stuff, or if you want to, nowadays there's good software that you can put on your phone that records and broadcasts straight from your phone, and so the camera's looking right at you while you're looking at the game. So if you're talking to people like you're supposed to be doing, it's a good eye contact. Go back to the multi-stream so I can see if somebody else is talking. So wait a minute. So why can't sign into chat? See, what I don't like is my software let me sign into Twitch. Oh, I only got one freaking screen. That's part of my problem. I only got one freaking screen. I'm so damn spoiled. I don't do this stuff to show you how spoiled I am. I just tell you this is what I need in order to... There we go. And, man, if you're a business owner, hold on. All right, there's that. And dink. And then I got to put another one in. Everybody knows what that is, right? Ding. I got to put that in there, YouTube, because you took control of my freaking screen, and I can't type and pin a message. So now pinned at the top of the YouTube chat is this. Okay, so we got 4 people who aren't on the live there, Bot J. They aren't in the live chat, but they're watching the back. They rewinded to find out what I'm ranting about, right? Man, when you guys get up there, do that record thing later, man. So things that are going to change. All right, so I realize a couple things are happening, and I'm going to hit it before it happens. And the okay, so monkeypox. Monkeypox is a word I heard this morning. I heard it a long time ago. It's one of those things. And then Chigger come in and all wound up about it, you know, and he said, and he's telling, he's like, "Oh, did you hear about what's going on in monkeypox?" I said, "What's that? The new disease of why we all have to mail in a ballot. It's going to overtake us all, and if we don't turn around and give the elections to the Democrats, Trump's going to make you drink bleach, right?" That's what everybody heard. And I'm going to correct the record for everybody who does watch this back. Trump never once said it, not even insinuated drinking bleach. That was a liberal who said that's what he said, and that liberal has never been accredited for being the asshole who lies to the world. Okay? But he's well quoted. I get tired of this, right? We have so many tools to our advantage. We have so many tools. Yeah, World Health Organization. That's right. And monkeypox. Monkeypox is not news. First of all, monkeypox is mostly a sexually transmitted disease. It's associated with AIDS. Comes out of Africa. It great big bumps all over the skin. All right, go look it up. You look horrendous. So if it's a sexually transmitted disease, who the hell's having sex with these people? You know, oh, there, ooh, God, look at there across the bar. There's the guy who looks like he's melting at the frickin' World Health, you know, at the CDC after they drop a vial. Let's have sex with him. I know it's more transmittable than that, but it's basically transmitted by sneezes, which means you're going to be yelling masks again. As soon as they yell masks, the amount of people who walk up to now there's a law, all drop boxes have to have cameras on them. For those who don't know, we've got to get masks on people so you don't know who walked up and just dropped 4,000 ballots in a box. And once they're in the box, you can't take them out. There's no law to say, well, okay, we know those are fraudulent. We watched you do it. I need to take those out. All right, but I've got to talk about some gaming here because we need to talk about the gaming thing. Okay, so the Guns of Glory thing, I own the word still. I still control it. It's still a valid game. China's going to reboot it, right? It's new stuff. So what we're going to do is Chigger's going to play that game as a free player, which is what people love the most about my old Guns of Glories. Was not the time when China paid me hundreds of thousands of dollars to build whatever I wanted to build. And I felt obligated to buy a $30,000 gaming account and beat the shit out of people. And we invited all the trolls. Anybody that would troll online, we invited them. You know, I can roll over here closer. I'm always leaning out of screen. We invited all the trolls to come attack us in the 572 stuff, and it was fun. I miss the old crew, but we're never going to get it back. Harkin died. Still chokes me up. He was the on-spot, kept me in check guy, right? I still don't have that. Rochambeau is as close as we get to keep me in check, but, man, we can't get a schedule down with him. In order for me to bring back even close to the flavor that we had back then, I need somebody who is knowledgeable, on the spot, and can keep me in check. All right, the 16-year-old's not going to do it. He tries, but it's not going to happen. There's a mentor relationship there, and so look at this stuff. I fixed this. Oh nope, I undid this. I need to go back and do it. What I started to do was rebrand my freaking thing. Gaming. Guns of Glory. Now there's Guns of Glory Survival. Alright, so save, public. Hashtag Guns of Glory. 3,400 videos on Guns of Glory. What about just GOG? Off the screen so far, I can't see you. 23,000 videos, 1,500 channels. Oh, GOG Power Rangers. That's not what I want. GOG 4,700 channels. There's 4,700 channels that you know, mine's one of them, but mine hadn't been active for years. We'll bring it back. So the Guns of Glory and save. We'll edit some more here in a minute. Edit. GunMuse is back in action. Hold on. Then you got to put Guns of Glory. All right. Streaming content. Blah 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 blah. Streams don't do squat. Just by the way, all right. So save. There we go. All right. And then we're going to be doing the Guns. So what you're basically going to watch as I build the Guns of Glory channel back up for a game. Just say a game, not any, just any game. I own that keyword, so it's a lot less stress for me to just change up what I'm doing for the keyword. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to split screens. He's going to be out here where I'm standing right now, and he's going to be playing that game. Okay, he's going to be learning this game as we go. And so he's going to have 2 games. One he goes to learn something on, and another one he comes back and he teaches on. And then as he gets on the teaching portion of the game of Guns of Glory, he's going to come back here and then I'm going to be sitting down in the corner in my little screen, but actually in the other room. And then I'm going to be over his shoulder on screen mocking him basically. Helping him understand the things of the game. At the same time, we are going to build some tools again. Okay, so when he hits a roadblock and it looks like there's a tool, and it sparks in my brain that, hey, I could build a tool if we did this, you know, we jigger things around, we build a tool. I can't accomplish that task anymore. Okay? I may still be able to twist the puzzle pieces around and understand that there's a better way of completing the puzzle, and here's how we can build a tool to help everybody else complete the puzzle that we're all looking at. I can still do that. I'm doing that now with our studio. Shuffling stuff around, but I can tell you building a studio, just me talking to them, man, everything I say seems to be going backwards, but that's teenagers. So I'm getting the experience from this, right? Experience is what you get shortly after you need it, of raising a teenager who's not mouthy to me yet. I mean, he's wanting to learn this stuff from me, at least for now. At some point, I get tired of it. But I had that before when I had the computer store. I had 20-year-old kids, 18-year-old kids that come in there and said, man, can I get an application to work here? I said, no, you can bring me your resume. Go home and type me up a resume. I don't have a resume. Go home and make me one. Bring me your resume. And, you know, and that was on the spot. I didn't have a policy. I just bought the place. But you know, it's bring me your resume. This is not Walmart. You know, my goal is to know what you think you're capable of. Whether you're capable of it or not, I'll determine after you're hired or if I hire you. The resume is a determination of what you think you're capable of. I may test you right there on the spot in the interview when you bring me the resume. Oh, so you can do song and dance. You know, says here you got theater experience. Show it to me. Maybe we'll put you in a commercial for you. You know, that kind of stuff. You know, lie on the resume with me, and I'm gonna test the lie. So Yeah, this is a weird time sitting here. So I'm back out here staring at a wall. We're going to have to move everything to the wall because as you saw me turn this stuff around in here, the desk is 6 foot wide. Just for as far out as you can stretch your hands, unless you're a giant, you're not touching the edge of this desk. Okay, I got 4x6s for legs. The desk can hold about 4,800 pounds. I'm going to be strapping 2x12s onto the back of it, which means I'm going to have new cameras and new lights and the lights are going to be huge, which means I got to move everything that I'm doing right here back. And I set that monster cooler up to where it blocks the light coming from my window, so you can't see my window on camera. It's one of the reasons the cooler's set up there. And I got these great big lights coming that are studio quality lights. $400 a piece for a light, But I can red, green, blue them any color I need to change the shade to make the room change, which is going to be part of my cooking show. Okay, so now on YouTube you can have podcasts. YouTube took what they already did, which was putting videos together in a series. I done it a long time ago. I don't know why the videos that I put in a series aren't called a podcast, YouTube, when I've already done the work that you are telling everybody else they now got to do. So I went, how do you put up a podcast? Well, you put up a video like you normally do, and you just call it a podcast. And then you get better search results for the podcast, for those that watch because they're watching business, for instance. So as we do the videos for the gaming, they're going to be series, and I think this is Google's or YouTube's answer to how does someone not be pigeonholed in what they do. All right, I do 50 different things, and so what the rule was, go build 50 different channels and start over. That's ridiculous. I already built my audience. I already met the qualifications. YouTube knows I'm serious. Why would I throw it all away because I want to use a different hashtag? Right? The Google with search engines capability, frankly, what they know about you via your phone, if I'm a hunter, you're a hunter, Google knows that. Show the other hunters when I'm talking about hunting products, right? Or when I'm talking about hunting of any kind, or when I'm talking about gaming. You know who does a lot of gaming, I found out? Farmers. Farmers sit there and bebop on their freaking phones all day long. Country boys. Man, country boys can't live without internet, apparently. I know this country boy can't. I don't live out in the country no more, but I got property out in the country. I got property up in the mountains. And this new satellite internet system that we got that's making this possible to stretch what we're doing here with 2 studios, buying another one of these up in my cabin means that I'm going to be building a new studio up in my cabin as well. And more importantly, I've got ways of walking around out there and just go out and sit on the freaking deck out there, drink beer, and have conversations. That might be where I do my live chats from. For the things that will make you jealous, that'll be one of the things that make you jealous. Instead of making you jealous, how about we say things that you aspire to? I want to aspire to what he's doing. I don't want to have to work all day. Your guys are going to have to work all day. These last 3 years took 12 years of your life. If no one's put that math together for you, let the guy who does high-end math for you for years tell you, you just lost 12 years of your life. I'm sorry. I'm at the end of mine. This doesn't affect me. I pulled all my stuff out and set it aside in properties. My properties have gone from $75 a square foot to $180 a square foot. I haven't lost any money. It's just you can't save any. You don't get to look at a bank statement and go, oh my God, you made so much money on paper. I can tell you right now, the stocks that I held, my stocks haven't done shit. My stocks didn't suffer from this crash either. I made money during the crash. But You've lost 12 years of your life. That's what the Democrats just took from you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I know Republicans have told you that, and if you're a leftist listening to this, I'm sorry you don't know these things. You're not supposed to know. You're supposed to be a useful idiot. You're supposed to repeat what they tell you. Orange man bad. Orange man's gonna hurt you. Orange man's gonna make you drink bleach. How do you believe that? Who the hell do you think is going to come around with a bleach bottle, start pouring it down your throat, and 20 people aren't going to turn around and start beating the hell out of that guy? Yeah, right? We don't live in the world that you keep claiming Trump's in. We don't live in that world. Just don't. I'm sorry. But why do you keep telling people that we live in this world, that we follow into things? At the end of the day, I don't like the way Trump speaks. I've got some of the same stuttering problems now. I can't bitch about it. Got a million things going through my brain I can't tie to my damn tongue. On top of that, every word might be twisted. And since I'm recording it, that twisted word could last forever. How do I deal with that? All right. How does Trump deal with that? Trump says, I don't give a shit. I'm going to follow his lead. I don't give a damn, guys. That's the experience I've taken from this last set. But this is going to be rough. Okay, so we'll get back into the gaming. And I know for a fact that most of the people who subscribe to this channel, I lost 45 subscribers over the last 4 lives. I've never lost a subscriber but one every 3 to 4 months. So people actively unsubscribed. Or YouTube is cleaning up the rolls of accounts that were fake and were there to troll, whatever it is. They took them out of my subscriber list. I don't know. It was a large number of people saying I'm not doing what they want me to do. Okay? The monkey's not dancing the right way. So I gotta say, I heard it. And what I also got to say is I'm not necessarily fully believing it just yet, if that makes sense. What I mean by that? Well, if that makes sense, how to convert that into words that don't get me banished from the world. Man, that one light right above me is so stinking bright. I'm changing the subject while I think. Oh, just like a man. There's a woman out there right now. That's what men do. They change the damn subject. Filters, edit filter, add a filter. And we're going to go crop, pan, scaling, ratio, scroll, render, delay, no, sharpen, no, video delay, no, chroma key, not yet, composer, where's the hell, it's not a damn rare one, gain, color correction, here we go, add, we'll get over here, and let's take some gamma out. Hey, look at that. That helped a bunch. And ooh, that's the wrong way to do that one. Alright, put some gamma back in. Put some more contrast back in. Hey, look at there. There's some color. Too bright. I mean, the problem is the brightness is already here, right? Saturation. Hey, my floor looks like my floor now. And then, you know what? That's better. Alright, my floor actually looks like a floor now. That's what the room looks like. It's a little shinier. Whatever the software is doing has made it shinier. Okay. Well, But Jay, the next time we turn this on, I'll have a green screen going from this is my left. I know it's screen right for you guys. We'll have it going from my left shoulder right at the monster cooler. We'll have a green screen covering the background there. Basically so that when I get back up into the world of selling ads to advertisers, they can play around my green screen. The Monster does a crap load of work for disabled veterans. We work in conjunction with promoting them for that purpose, and quite frankly, their white monsters help me with my bladder issues. You know, I can take a better piss drinking that than taking a pill that's designed to do the same thing. The pills don't work and the monsters do. So figure it out. I'm taking my drugs one white can at a time. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn around and start cutting videos versus these lives. Lives are terrible. Basically, the lives are to talk to people who are already familiar with you. It is terrible for introducing yourself. And I need to get over myself a little bit, and those 9,500 or 8,500 subscribers don't exist. YouTube's a liar. They don't exist. Because I don't get, if I got 1% of my people who subscribed that showed back up, there'd be 80 people. But Google's not sending out the notifications because or YouTube's not sending out the notifications. I'm not meeting some criteria. And part of that criteria is I haven't registered 3,000 hours, which is really hard to fucking do if the work that I've already done is not adhered to. Because at the end of the day, they are my subscribers, not a YouTube subscriber. They subscribed on YouTube, but to me. And when you tell me you're going to notify 8,500 people and you don't do it, you lied. It's a contract violation. What's the point of me doing all this work and meeting all these hoops that are of no importance otherwise if a great big corporation can just lie to the little guy? I had 2 people on peak on the live on this. I don't know who the other person was, but I appreciate you showing up. Like I said, when we do the next one, in the other room, I already got the green screen set up. I don't have a big monster cooler. I only got one of these things. But then again, I got, a lot more room out here. I could go bowling in this. And we're going to set this thing up. And so part of my podcasting, the plan is I have to adhere to a different diet because of shots and stuff that I caught in Africa. Like I said, I'm declining. I'm not better than I was before. I just can see now. And I can control whether or not I go blind if I'm ahead of it. And it ain't because the VA's helped me so greatly. The VA just took me from 15 minutes every 6 months to 15 minutes a year. Thank you, fucking Joe Biden. And when I was in there for my 15 minutes this year, what do you need? I'd better have my diagnosis all ready for them. Not that my primary care medical official in my single-payer healthcare system, known as the VA, the wet dream of every leftist in the country, being run by the biggest leftist ever to be in federal government, Kamala, is fucking trying to kill me by ignoring me. The fact that I need health care means they need me gone. I am a cost, I'm a bill, I'm a burden. And for people who don't know what the word progressive means, you need to go back to Woodrow Wilson and you need to figure out what the Supreme Court case, Buck versus Bell, really was. Then Roe v. Wade came along to reinforce Buck versus Bell. But they never talk about Buck versus Bell, and it hadn't gone away. A little shorthand of it, the government cannot kill and or castrate you if you are a burden upon society, was what it come down to. That's what the case was about, but it's been about whether or not the government has the right to eugenics to find a better race of citizens to live in this country. And that has led to more racist programs over the last 100 years than anybody can count. But no one's going to talk about it because the media is not controlled by the Democratic Party of the United States. The media is controlled by a foreign entity. And they're the ones telling you what to think right now. Kamala's the biggest wet dream that ever happened because Joe Biden, our puppet, hiccuped on live TV during a debate. We need a new puppet. Here she comes. Yeah, it's where we're at. You know, it is what it is. I don't want to be out here again without all my monitors, so that I can look at stuff, see stuff, do stuff. And I love doing the lives. I love answering live questions. But we're going to start doing the lives when I drop the videos. We're going to talk live because I'm going to do them as premieres, which I always thought was stupid. And basically what YouTube did was they took something that worked and they turned around and changed the rules to make it work the way they thought it should have worked to begin with. They didn't look at how it worked out or what people were happy with. They had an idea, the customer base ignored it, and now they've recreated the rules in such a manner that I, as a broadcaster, had better start following the original plan if I expect to grow. We're going to do some of that. You got to follow certain rules. It's not my platform. I, as a business owner, know exactly how much it costs to own your own bandwidth. You know, that's why big companies like YouTube and Google buy their own phone companies, is so that they own the bandwidth. When you own the bandwidth is always free, and then you can turn around and divvy it out under certain rules. First Amendment speech, because it involves the internet these days, you have to follow the rules of who owns the phone company. And I hope you know that when you're watching me. All right, guys. Let me get back into my software, if I can find it on one screen, and tell you, thank you very much for showing up. Thanks, Bot J. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. Anybody else that came to the end, please subscribe. I do need to up my subscribers, and I'm watching the watch time for you guys that showed up later. Thank you. I know you're watching, and I know you're watching a long time.